All right, let's dive into something that's just woven into the fabric of our lives now: social media. It connects us, it empowers us, and let's be honest, sometimes it just completely wears us out. We're going to look at both sides of the coin, the good and the bad. So let's get into it. Just to get an idea of the sheer scale we're dealing with, look at this number: 3.6 billion. That's how many people were on social media way back in 2020, and believe me, that number has only gone up. We are, without a doubt, living inside one of the biggest social experiments in all of human history, and it's all happening in real time. And when you're talking about that many people, you have to ask the big question, right? The one this is all about. With all its power, with all its reach, is social media a net positive or a net negative for us? Well, as you're about to see, the answer is really, really complicated. So first, let's start with the good stuff. Let's remember the original promise, the thing that got us all to sign up in the first place, this incredible power of connection. I mean, think about it, right? We all found those old friends from high school. We found other people who were into the same weird niche hobbies as us. We built entire professional networks without ever leaving our homes. But it goes so much deeper than that. From our personal lives all the way up to huge global movements, these platforms gave us brand new ways to get organized and to find out what was happening in the world, instantly. And this, right here, this gets at one of the most profound things about early social media. It basically gave a megaphone to anyone with an internet connection. People, artists, activists, you name it, who were totally shut out of the mainstream media suddenly had a direct line to a global audience. It was a massive shift in who gets to have a voice and who has to listen. And on a super personal level, that connection can be absolutely life-changing. For anyone feeling isolated, maybe because of where they live or what they're going through, finding that digital tribe, finding that support system, it is an unbelievably powerful and positive thing. But that feeling, as good as it is, isn't the whole story. Okay, so now we have to flip the coin over and look at the other side of this. Let's get into the much darker picture, the perils of the platform. For every one of those amazing stories of connection, there's a story that sounds like this feeling that you're just not good enough, and it's fueled by this nonstop fire hose of perfect, curated lives. The joy you get from seeing what a friend is doing can so quickly turn into this gnawing anxiety that you're falling behind. And, the data really backs this up. This isn't just a hunch. Just look at some of the documented impacts on users. 45%, almost half of people in some studies, report more anxiety. And that's not just some vague feeling. We're talking measurable effects on mental health, on our sleep, on our general sense of well-being. Now, beyond how it makes us feel personally, there's a huge societal danger: the algorithms. They're designed to keep us scrolling. And how do they do that? By showing us more of what they know we already like. The problem is you can get trapped in what's called an echo chamber, a little bubble where your own opinions just get reflected back at you over and over, and you never see a different point of view. It makes real, healthy debate almost impossible. This table just lays it all out so clearly, doesn't it? The expectation versus the reality. We expected to see real, messy lives. We got curated perfection instead. We thought we'd feel constantly connected, but for so many, it actually leads to feeling more alone. And we all hoped it would create a more informed public, but what we really got was a flood of misinformation. And speaking of misinformation, this is where things get genuinely alarming. Research from MIT discovered that false news spreads way farther and way faster than the truth. On a platform like Twitter, a lie is something like 70% more likely to be retweeted. Why? Well, because the fake stuff is often more shocking, more emotional. It's designed to make you want to share it. That is a massive, massive problem for any healthy society. So yeah, it can be a real mess. But here's the thing, we're not helpless. So let's talk about how to start navigating all this noise. The key isn't to just delete everything and run for the hills. I mean, you could, but for most of us, that's not realistic. The real goal is to change how we use it. We need to shift from that mindless, almost zombie-like scrolling into actually engaging with these tools on purpose. Okay, so how do we actually do that? Here's a little toolkit. 4 simple steps. First, curate your feed. Be ruthless. Unfollow accounts that make you feel bad about yourself. Second, schedule log-off time. Put boundaries in place. Third, just try to be a better digital citizen. Take 30 seconds to check if something is true before you share it. And last, engage with intention. Before you open an app, just ask yourself, wait, why am I doing this right now? And you have to remember this. These platforms are engineered to feel addictive. They're designed to make you feel like you're not in control. But you are. Every single time you unfollow an account, every time you choose to close the app, every time you check a fact, that is you taking back your power from the algorithm. So, after all that, where does this leave us? What is the future of this digital world that we all spend so much time in? It's kind of wild to look at how we even got here. It started so simply, right? Just connecting college friends. Then it became a marketplace with the rise of the influencer. Then it turned into our chaotic global town square. And today, we're all living with these algorithmic realities. The purpose of these platforms has changed, and so our understanding of them has to change too. This right here is the thing we absolutely have to remember. We can't pretend these are just simple, neutral tools anymore. They're not. They are the actual arenas where our culture gets made, where political battles are fought, and where our collective future is being built, one post, one share, one comment at a time. And so that leaves us with one last really important question. And it's not for me to answer. It's for you. Because we're not just users scrolling by. We are the architects of this whole thing. Every like, every share, every post is like laying another brick. So the question is, what kind of digital world do you want to build?